Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible frontiers out there, understanding our own brains. We're going to check out the kind of tech that lets us, well, literally listen in on what our minds are doing.
So let's just start with a huge question. What if you could actually see your own thoughts? Not, the words or pictures, but the actual electrical pulse of your brain firing away. What would that even look like? And what could we learn from it? Believe it or not, this isn't science fiction anymore. It's becoming a reality for more and more people.
The secret sauce to all of this is something called an electroencephalogram, or EEG for short. It's basically a method to record the brain's electrical activity. Now that sounds super technical, right? But I love this analogy. Think of it like you're listening to your brain's symphony. Every single thought, every feeling, every action, it all creates this unique electrical music. And EEG is the microphone that lets us hear it.
So how in the world do we actually listen to this symphony? Well, that brings us to the tools of the trade, and we're going to look at a company that is making some really amazing gear to make it all possible.
Let me introduce you to OA Motion. They got started back in 2015, and they are total pioneers in what's called brain-computer interfaces. Tech that lets our minds talk directly to computers. Their whole mission is to take this powerful EEG technology out of these giant, expensive lab machines and make it way more accessible for research, for clinics, and yeah, even for us at home.
First up in their lineup is the big gun for researchers, the OB1000. This thing is a portable system made for serious science. It has up to 64 channels, which means it can capture an incredible amount of high-fidelity data from the brain. This is the kind of tool that fuels major scientific breakthroughs.
Then you've got the OB3000. Now the real game changer here is the design. It's a wireless helmet that uses dry electrodes. Why does that matter? Well, it makes it so much faster and easier to set up than the old school systems that needed gels and all that mess. It's perfect for a clinical setting where you need to be quick and super precise.
And that brings us to the OB5000 Synchrony, which is probably the one that's most exciting for everyday people. This is a wearable sensor that's actually built into a comfy textile cap. And it's designed for stuff like monitoring your mental health or doing attention training. We're talking about using this amazing tech for our own personal wellness. Pretty cool, right?
So, here's a quick breakdown of the whole family. You've got the OB1000, that pro-level cap for deep scientific research. Then there's the OB3000 helmet for precise clinical work. And finally, the OB5000 in that textile cap, which is all about personal health and wellness. See, there's a specific tool for every job, from a research lab all the way to your living room.
Okay, so how hard is it to actually use the personal one? Well, with the OB5000, it's seriously just 3 simple steps. You pop on the comfy cap, you clip on this tiny little main unit, and get this, it only weighs 23 grams. And then you just open the app. That's it. Boom. You're instantly looking at your own brain's electrical activity, right there on your phone in real time. All right, so the technology is obviously incredible, but what can we actually do with it? What's the point? Let's dig into how listening to our brain's symphony is helping unlock human potential, taking it from the lab and putting it right into our daily lives.
In the lab, the possibilities are just mind-blowing. Scientists are using systems like the OB1000 to decode the very fundamentals of who we are. They're building those brain-computer interfaces, they're figuring out how we process language and emotions, understanding how learning and memory actually work, and even diving into the mysteries of sleep.
But here's where it gets really personal for all of us. This tech has huge implications for health and wellness. It can be used for something called neurofeedback, which is basically training your brain by watching its own activity. It can help people with ADHD improve their focus. By seeing their own brain waves, they can literally learn to regulate them. It's also being used to monitor mental health, for cognitive training, and as a powerful tool in research for conditions like stroke and Parkinson's.
At the end of the day, all of these applications, from the biggest scientific discovery to your personal wellness journey, they're all powered by one simple idea: taking the brain's invisible electrical signals and making them visible so we can analyze them. The Synchrony app, for instance, just shows these signals as wavy lines, these brainwave patterns, letting us see the rhythm of our own minds for the very first time.
So, we've gone from this abstract concept of reading the mind to actual physical devices that can be used by scientists, doctors, and even you and me. It's a wild journey. But you have to wonder, what's next? Where does a technology this powerful and this personal go from here?
OA Motion's own tagline is "Technology empowers life." And you know what? I can't think of a better way to put it. The goal here isn't just about collecting data for the sake of it. It's about using that data to empower us, to help us understand ourselves better, to perform better, and to live healthier lives.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. As this technology gets even closer to us, as it becomes a more integrated part of our daily lives, how is it going to fundamentally change the way we live, the way we learn, and the way we heal? It's a future that is, quite literally, on all of our minds.